The vault opens. Welcome back. I am the archivist. Every week I open a file that was never meant to be found. Tonight, we open another one. The file reads 5 prisoners. Maximum security. Escaped. Classified. Maximum security prisons are designed with one purpose: to make escape impossible. Every wall, every door, every guard rotation, every camera angle, every protocol exists to ensure that the people inside stay inside forever. And yet, some people look at those walls, at those cameras, at those guards, and they find a way out anyway. Tonight, the archivist opens 5 files, 5 of the most extraordinary prison escapes in history, 5 cases where the impossible became possible, and 5 lessons in what the human mind is capable of when it has nothing left to lose. Case 1. Frank Morris and the Anglin Brothers, Alcatraz, 1962. Alcatraz Island sits in the middle of San Francisco Bay, surrounded by freezing water, powerful currents, and a reputation as the most escape-proof prison ever built. In its 29 years of operation, 36 men attempted to escape. Most were caught, 5 were shot, and the rest were presumed drowned in the freezing bay. Nobody was ever confirmed to have successfully escaped until the night of June 11th, 1962. Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin had spent months planning. They used spoons to dig through the walls of their cells, working only at night, only during music hour, when the sound of their digging was covered by other inmates playing instruments. They made dummy heads from soap, toilet paper, and real human hair, stolen from the prison barbershop, and placed them in their beds to fool the guards during night checks. They crawled through the holes in their walls, climbed through utility corridors, scaled the roof, and slid down a drain pipe to the water. They inflated a raft made from over 50 stolen raincoats and disappeared into the dark waters of San Francisco Bay. Their bodies were never found. The FBI investigated for 17 years before officially closing the case. In 2013, a letter arrived claiming to be from John Anglin, saying all 3 had survived and were living in South America. The letter was never conclusively verified. The case was never conclusively closed. The 3 men who escaped from Alcatraz, the prison that could not be escaped, have never been found. Case 2. El Chapo, Puente Grande Prison, Mexico, 2001. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman was the most powerful drug lord in the world, the leader of the Sinaloa cartel, a man worth billions of dollars. In 1993, he was captured and sent to Puente Grande, Mexico's highest security prison. In 2001, he escaped in a laundry cart. According to official accounts, he was hidden inside a laundry cart and pushed past security by a prison employee he had bribed. The employee claimed he did not know El Chapo was inside. Nobody believed him. The entire prison administration was later investigated for corruption. El Chapo disappeared into the mountains of Sinaloa and continued running his cartel for over a decade. He was recaptured in 2014 and then escaped again in 2015 through a tunnel, a fully constructed tunnel over a mile long with lighting, ventilation, a motorcycle on rails, and an entrance that came up directly beneath the shower in his cell. His people had dug it from outside over a period of months, while he was inside, while he was supposedly under maximum security. He was recaptured again in 2016, extradited to the United States, and in 2019 was sentenced to life in prison plus 30 years. He is currently in ADX Florence, the most secure prison in America. So far, he has not escaped. Case 3. Pascal Paillet, France. Multiple escapes. Pascal Paillet is the only person in history to escape from maximum security prison by helicopter, twice. In 2001, Paillet escaped from Luynes prison in France when a helicopter landed in the prison yard and flew him out. He was recaptured, sent to a different maximum security prison, and in 2007, a helicopter landed in that prison yard too and flew him out again. The same method, twice. French authorities were humiliated. After his second helicopter escape, French prisons installed anti-helicopter nets over their yards. Paillet was recaptured in Spain in 2007. He is currently serving 27 years. The archivist notes, French prisons now have nets. Case 4, Richard Lee McNair, USA, 2006. Richard Lee McNair was serving a life sentence for murder in a federal penitentiary in Louisiana. In 2006, he escaped by mailing himself out. He crawled into a storage area where mail was processed, covered himself in lip balm to make himself slippery enough to squeeze through a small pipe opening, squeezed through the pipe, and came out the other side, outside the prison walls. He then walked away. He was stopped by a police officer shortly after his escape. The officer, unaware of the escape, spoke to McNair on camera. The entire exchange was recorded on the officer's dash camera. McNair calmly convinced the officer he was a jogger. The officer let him go. The video went viral years later. McNair remained free for 18 months, traveling across America and into Canada. He was eventually captured in New Brunswick, Canada in 2007. He is back in federal custody. The lip balm method has since been addressed. Case 5. The Texas 7, 2000. On December 13th, 2000, 7 prisoners at the John B. Connolly unit in Texas overpowered prison workers during a maintenance period. They tied up 16 employees, stole their uniforms, drove out of the prison in maintenance vehicles, and disappeared. They were 7 of the most dangerous criminals in the Texas prison system, murderers, armed robbers. Together they robbed a sporting goods store on Christmas Eve, shot and killed a police officer, and went on the run for weeks. America's most wanted broadcast their story. Tips flooded in. 6 of the 7 were captured in Colorado after the manager of a campground recognized them from the TV broadcast. The 7th, Joseph Garcia, was captured separately. All 7 were returned to Texas. All 7 were sentenced to death. 5 have been executed. 2 remain on death row. Their escape lasted 38 days. It ended because someone watched television. Before the archivist closes this file, one final entry: 5 escapes, 5 different methods, spoons and raincoats, laundry carts and tunnels, helicopters, lip balm and a pipe, stolen uniforms and maintenance vehicles. The archivist finds something remarkable in these cases, not that these men escaped, but how they escaped. Each one required months of planning, extraordinary patience, creative thinking that most free people never apply to any problem in their lives. The irony is that the minds capable of planning and executing these escapes are the same minds that put themselves in those prisons in the first place. The vault closes. For now. If you are new here, subscribe. Every file we open is one they never wanted you to read. I will see you in the next vault.